Do you eat whenever you're feeling stressed or upset? Well, in this video, I'm sharing how to balance emotional eating. Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, and if you want to eat healthier in a balanced and mindful way, click the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me set the scene. Say you're at a party, a loose acquaintance makes a comment and it leaves you feeling upset and frustrated. The next thing you know, you're on your way to the dining room and it's filled with just delicious food. So you start snacking on everything in sight, which leaves you feeling better after that interaction, so you decide to keep eating. Now you get home from the party, you're still feeling upset, and you're in the comfort of your own home, so you start eating more. And then while you're almost finishing up that box of cookies, you're immediately hit with this wave of regret. So you feel bad about yourself because of the way you ate too much and the food there was unhealthy. So now you're vowing to go on this diet tomorrow and to start eating cleaner. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Emotional eating is actually really common. And while emotional eating is often the first thing that we blame for when we're eating poorly, the truth is emotional eating isn't always a bad thing. In fact, when you eat in response to your emotions, it's a part of balanced eating. And to say that you're only going to eat when you're truly physically hungry would be unrealistic. By nature, we eat for so many reasons. We eat for enjoyment, we eat for celebration, we eat because we want to nourish our body or for tradition. And the best part is you have the ability to get a handle on your emotional eating so that you have a sense of control over when you want to eat, how much food you're going to eat, and what types of foods you're going to eat. So you are capable of eating in a way where you aren't left feeling guilty for every bite that you have, and you don't have to worry about going overboard every time that you eat, just fearing that you're going to not be able to stop eating once you start. So no matter how hopeless you feel about your emotional eating habits, you actually have the ability to curb them and to eat in a more mindful way. So these are my top 3 emotional eating tips. Emotional eating tip number 1, identify true hunger. Oftentimes, eating is so second nature that you might not even realize that you're eating until you find yourself scooping up the last few bites of your meal. And this means that you're not really checking in to see if you're actually hungry or why you were eating in the first place. And so when you're not in the habit of checking in with your body, you're likely to be driven to eat by those emotions. This is why being able to identify the difference, your true hunger versus eating for an emotional reason, is going to be one of your most helpful tools in breaking free from emotional eating. Emotional eating tip number 2. Allow yourself to eat for comfort. Emotional eating actually serves a purpose and isn't always a negative thing. Eating to comfort yourself provides relief from those uncomfortable feelings, and it can be pleasurable too. Allow yourself to eat for comfort on occasion and release those harsh judgments that leave you feeling like you're the worst person because you ate when you were upset. Emotional eating tip number 3, notice your emotional eating pattern. The hallmark of emotional eating is when you're eating in response to whatever you're feeling in the moment. Whether you're grieving a loss, you're frustrated with the way a project panned out at work, or you're overwhelmed with taking care of your family and yourself, just begin to notice what your emotional eating pattern is, and this is going to help you to begin to eat out of emotion less frequently. No matter how deep in the trenches of emotional eating you are, you always have the ability to reset your eating habit. Balancing emotional eating is a pillar within my program, Mind Body Nutrition Reset, where we're also going to reset your nutrition one step at a time through identifying your barriers to balanced eating, unlearning outdated nutrition beliefs, repairing your relationship with food and your body, and building up your mindful eating skills. Balancing emotional eating is such a liberating experience, and you're no longer going to be at the mercy of your emotions and feeling provoked to eat by whatever you may be feeling in that moment. So with my step-by-step nourishment framework, you're going to have the power to reset your emotional eating patterns so that you no longer find yourself eating uncontrollably. As a mindful self-reflection, I want you to contemplate the question, when I find myself overeating the most. So if you want to break the habit of emotional eating, a great place to start is by taking my free mindful eating workshop. I've linked this resource in the show notes below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and take care.